Welcome everyone to another Singerreise video podcast. My name is Jonathan Silvia and I'm your host. Thanks for joining us. In this episode of the podcast, I'll talk about number 14 in the Winterreise cycle, der greise Kopf. There's a marked turn in this piece. Up to this point, our wanderer has talked about his hot heart, about the storms that he feels brewing inside him and above him, and about his passionate outcries for loss. But starting here, all of that starts to begin to fade away. Now, our wanderer begins to contemplate his own death. And we're only 2 songs into the second set. But I think Schubert is making it clear that his second set is not going to be like the first set. So many of Schubert's previous songs followed traditional song patterns. A few verses of text, some good rhymes here and there, a judicious use of repeated lines for emphasis, a melodious vocal line, and an accompaniment made of boom-chuck chords or arpeggiated chords. By comparison, der greise Kopf sounds highly experimental and abstract. In fact, many of the songs in this second set seem to push the boundaries on compositional norms. In fact, a lot of them sound as if they belonged to an era beyond Schubert's lifetime. Der greise Kopf is downright spooky sounding. To me, it sounds like another ghost story, most like number 9, Irrlicht, which was all about the will-o'-the-wisps. Both songs have a more freeform composition style. The singer freely sings through his melody lines with a minimalist, simple accompaniment underneath. That's what gives it its ghostly sort of feeling. But in Irrlicht, we were actually talking about ghosts and the deep places that they haunt. Here in Der greise Kopf, the wanderer is talking about himself. The song starts off by describing a typical wintry scenario. As the wanderer is wandering about in the cold, a bit of ice seems to have formed in his hair. Personally, I like to think that this young fellow has a nice, long, luxurious beard, and that his breath has frozen to it. It brings back memories of spending winters in Wisconsin. This is the word greif, or frost, at the opening of the piece. And for some reason I felt compelled to dig a little deeper into this word. As I suspected, there's more to this word than simply frost. As usual, the Germans seem to have 1,000 different words to describe ice, and frost is no exception. For typical frost, Germans will use the word der Frost, and der Greif seems to mean something different, named hoarfrost. Hoarfrost is a specific type of frost that looks kind of hairy. Hoar apparently is an Old English word that seems to mean showing signs of old age, thus white hair. When the wanderer sees this new white hair, he imagines for a minute that he has become an old man. That's where we get the title of the piece. Der greise Kopf means the old man's head. The wanderer is pleased with this new development. To him, it seems like a step in the right direction. Of course, it isn't hair, it's just ice. It melts away and shows all of the black hair underneath. And when the wanderer sees it, he is horrified at being young again. There's another play on words here. Graut is the word that means horrified, and is a form of the verb grauen. Grauen, however, is related to the word grau, which simply means gray, or again, something that is aged. The wanderer laments that he is still a long way away from the grave. But this line, set in the dead center of the piece, pun intended, is even more stark than the rest. Schubert takes this line and puts the vocal part and piano part in exact unison, and it's one of only 2 lines that Schubert repeats for emphasis. One cannot help but hear Schubert's voice in this line. At this point in the composition, Schubert knew that his own death was imminent. Winterreise would be among the last things he would ever compose. And as he got closer to the end of Winterreise, Schubert himself was getting closer to the grave. It's almost as if Schubert, in his own fatigue and his own suffering from syphilis, seems to be asking, how much further? The last stanza comments on how quickly most people seem to grow old. This seems to happen in the blink of an eye. You go to bed one night with dark hair, and you wake up the next with white hair. The wanderer, however, laments that even though he's been journeying all this while, his hair is still black. It's been what, all of one day so far? Again though, consider Schubert. His journey through illness lasted not just one day or two, but for the last few years of his life, an omnipresent reminder of his own mortality. And also, he died young, while his hair was still dark. This song, more than any other to this point, is deeply autobiographical, and hauntingly so. If you want to find out more about the life of a working opera singer, or about Schubert's masterpiece, Winterreise, check out our website, singerreise.com. There you'll find articles and resources all about singing and about Winterreise. You can also follow us at facebook.com/Singerreise, like the page, like, share, and comment on any of the posts, or at twitter.com/Singerreise. Make sure to follow the @Singerreise user handle there. You are presently watching the Singerreise YouTube channel. Thank you for that. Make sure to check out all of our other videos and subscribe to the channel so that you get email updates every time a new video is released. And of course, there's patreon.com/Singerreise. There, for just $1 or so every month, you can become a patron of Singerreise, helping support the videos, articles that I write, help me upgrade my equipment, help me afford the storage, all of that stuff. I really appreciate all of my patrons, and I make sure to reward them with patron exclusives like bonus videos, bonus articles, and so on. And I hope you enjoyed this presentation of greise Kopf. Thanks for watching.
Schon ein Greis zu sein und hab mich sehr gefreut. Doch bald ist hinweggetaucht, hab wie